Well, it's National Consumer Protection Week, and top state and federal investigators say here in Colorado, we are dealing with a record number of attacks from fraudsters, all during the challenges of the pandemic.
News 5's Patrick Nelson shows us why this week is especially important this year.
Unwanted calls and emails were some of the top complaints state investigators got in 2020 as scammers and fraudsters ramped up attacks with so many people dealing with tough times. In fact, the Colorado Attorney General's office just released this information, saying it received a record 12,130 complaints in 2020. It's the most the Consumer Protection Division has ever worked to address, and it's a 23.5% increase from the number of 2019 complaints. The state's top investigator and some of our viewers have a message for anyone watching. They say it's time to pay attention and be ready for when the scammers or fraudsters contact you.
When we're living in a scary time, which is now, people's hopes, people's fears get preyed on by scammers. That's what we've seen over the last year. We're getting those reports, and we need people to know what those scams are so they can protect themselves.
I've been aware of this, but now it's happening to me, and I don't think enough people are aware of it.
I hadn't had it happen to me, and it actually had occurred. And it will occur because they are out there even more and more these days.
Here are the 2020 top 5 consumer complaints to the Colorado Attorney General's office. As people had to adjust travel plans, they ran into many problems with the airlines. The AG says Frontier Airlines had a large number of the complaints. Fraudulent, unwanted scam calls were next. If you combine this with unwanted scam emails, it was by far the largest consumer complaint. Next, retail and business practices, mainly tied to shipping and canceling subscriptions. Plus, complaints about collection agencies. And finally, complaints about government officials and agencies.
What a different impact the last year has had in terms of the amount of scams, frauds, complaints that we've gotten that are more than ever before.
The Federal Trade Commission continues to track the number of coronavirus-related scams. It started in January of 2020, and it is now tracking more than 365,000 scam reports and reported financial losses of more than $351 million for consumers across the country since the start of the pandemic. People have lost an average of $320 to scammers.
Be there to help protect and coach others. Share stories of scams with us at Stop Fraud Colorado so we can educate others and we can go after these scam artists.
All week long on News 5 and News 5 Today, we'll be uncovering scam tactics we're seeing right here in southern Colorado. In the meantime, if you want to visit our website, KOAA.com, I've posted some resources and even live chats that you can be a part of as part of National Consumer Protection Week that can help us all become more aware of the threats we face as consumers. Always watching out for you, southern Colorado. Patrick Nelson, News 5.